Hey everybody, Alex from SeemsGoodMagic.com here. We're doing another Swiss Khans of Tarkir draft. Got a good rare, Herald of Anafenza. Good uncommon in Armament Core, but I don't want to jump into Abzan right away. Taking the Herald leaves me open to both Jeskai and Mardu as well, so. Very good, yes. Nothing else of too much substance remaining in this pack. Mystic is good, and Smite. Parapet's playable, but I think we'll take Herald, stay open, get a good solid first pick. Ooh, passed a Sage of the Inward Eye, and someone took an uncommon over it, which is kind of surprising. Well, I don't know. Maybe if it was a monocolor one. I, on the other hand, am perfectly content with taking Sage of the Inward Eye. That's a great card. And not really giving up anything too crazy. There's also a Rough Rider in here. But I like the Sage more because it's evasive, and I think its triggered ability is pretty awesome. And Wind Scout is good. War Behemoth's fine. Bloodfire Expert's fine. Bring Low, same thing. But yeah, just take the Sage and move on. All right, well, Mystic Monastery is fixing, but after what a heavy hitter Flying Crane technique was last draft, I think I'm pretty content with taking 3 rares in a row. Yeah, I like the fixing in this pack too. It kind of sucks that we're passing 2 pieces of fixing that both would help our deck. And a Treasure Cruise, which I would like to have. Force Away is fine as well. But Flying Crane Technique, I think, is actually a very good card. So, happily take it. Ooh, alright. Well, Jeskai Elder may be the pick. It's also a Misfire Weaver, which is good. But I like the Elder a lot. This is a good card. Prowess is of course good when you're in Jeskai, so it makes sense to me. But I do like Misfire Weaver too. It's a good card too. So what does this mean? Does this mean we're heavy blue, heavy white? Not necessarily heavy white yet, or heavy blue for that matter, I guess. But we'll see how it goes. I guess another Elder. Jeez. There's also Winter Flame, which is removal. Quite good. But getting all the prowess guys, especially one that loots, it's pretty insane. I do like the Winter Flame for that matter as well, though, just because taking care of morph guys and tapping dudes down is quite good. But I do like a good Jeskai Elder. I think I'm going to take the Elder over the Winter Flame. As good as Winter Flame is, I think if I'm in Jeskai, I'm really going to want to capitalize on some prowess. So let's get as much prowess as we can. Alright, so now we could take a Water Whirl. I think I'm a little more tempted to take this Tranquil Cove. It's also a Bloodfire Expert, which is good. But I do think Water Whirl's strong. That is a good card. But I'm going to take the Cove here. Get our fixing going early on. Alright. Well, Cliffs seems like another piece of fixing that I'd want. And we're only taking it over a Scion of Glaciers and Cancel. Both of which are fine, but not amazing. Alright, we can take the Flock. There's a Tormenting Voice, which is good with the Prowess guys. There's a Weave Fate, which is fine with the Prowess guys too, actually. And then there's a Flock, which is not looking like exactly what we want for this deck, but in general, a fine card. Could just take the Weave Fate, get some card draw going now. Does work well with the Prowess, works well with Sage too. Alright, I'll take the Weave Fate. I think it's good enough. Alright, we'll take the Erase. Could also take the Bloodfire Mentor, but I'll get an Erase now for the sideboard because I like it. Alright, Bloodfire Expert. It's pretty late and a very good card in general, so happily take that. Could be leaning towards blue-red, still could be leaning towards blue-white, but the only thing that's for sure right now is we're definitely deep blue. So blue-red or blue-white. One of those colors should be our base, and then pretty much splash the other one. I think Herald is fine on the splash too. Certainly better on turn 1, but I think actually Bloodfire Expert's worse on the splash than Herald is. Cool. Tabled and on-color fixer, so that's kind of convenient for us. Alright, well, there's Taigam Scheming. Not super likely to play that. Not super likely to play Siegecraft either, for that matter, so guess I'll take a Scheming, but I'm just going to put it in the sideboard now. I don't think I want to play it. Alright, we're just going to take a Righted Serpent and hate draft it, because it's a reasonable card, and Sultai Banner, don't really need it, but we'll take it over a land. So, pretty good pack 1. Not only did we get relevant rares, but we got 3 pieces of good fixing, so not a bad start at all. And we got 3 prowess, which is a good base for a Jeskai deck. Wow, Butcher of the Horde, huh? Well, we're only 1 color away from splashing it. I might actually do that. Couple on-color fixers, but Butcher is a pretty strong card. That might actually be worth fixing. I guess technically Sultai Banner does fix for that. Doesn't seem like there's anything close to power level, really. Could take a Bondkin, but that starts to put me deeper white, making the Expert a little less relevant. Could take the Cove, but I'd say it's definitely early enough we can take a Butcher and easily get away with that. He's a pretty insane rare, so I'm fine with that. Alright, so we could take Scoured Barons now, which actually would help us splash for Butcher. Otherwise, Highspire Mantis is a good card. But once again, if red is a splash color, I guess if red or white are kind of, one of those has to be our splash third color. So Highspire Mantis is a bit awkward, even though it's kind of the strongest. I do like the Bondkin a lot, but I think I'm comfortable taking a Scoured Barons here. I'd like to get a couple pieces of fixing for our Butcher of the Horde, if possible. Alright. Well, Frontier Bivouac is fixing. Winter Flame is some good removal. Canyon Lurkers is underrated and fine. I think we take the Bivouac. If I want to make this Butcher work, I'm going to need a lot of fixing. And then I hope that we table Canyon Lurkers, Stalker, Skuldkin. I mean, Winter Flame, but I don't think that's going to happen. But the Bivouac at least gives us some good fixing, so I will take it. Alright, so choices now. We've got a Swift Spear. We've got Crippling Chill, which I am a big fan of. I do like the Swift Spear a lot, too. I'm kind of okay with taking the Swift Spear. I like all this prowess. Admittedly, we need some more stuff to really turn on our prowess. Stuff like Crippling Chill is good for that. But maybe playing Swift Spear is awkward in a 4-color deck because it's going to be tough to be beating down when it's going to be tough to beat down and still fix my mana base in a good way. For that reason, I could just take the Crippling Chill, which cantrips, doesn't really cost me anything, keeps us deeper blue. If I can stay mostly deep blue, that would be good. I'm going to take the Crippling Chill. It's just a really good card in general. I like it a lot, offensively and defensively. Alright, I think it's a pretty easy Battle Priest here, which I am going to take over the Swiftwater Cliffs. As good as fixing is, and the Defiant Strike for that matter, which is also very good for our deck. But the Battle Priest is a little bit too good to pass up here. I like Lifelink a lot, and getting bigger with Lifelink is just insane. So, alright. Fixing is looking pretty good. I wouldn't mind another Black Fixer. One more Black Fixer, and I think we're fine on the Butcher. Timely Hordemate versus Watcher of the Roost. They're both pretty good. I don't know actually what I like more. So it does look like we're more blue-white, splash red, and then splash black. The Hordemate can currently bring back both Jeskai Elders and a Herald of Anafenza. That might make it worth it. I do like the Watcher of the Roost, but I think I'm going to go with the Hordemate. Despite being another 4-drop, I like it. Well, we could take a Smite, but that's another 4-drop. We could take a Goblin Slide, but we don't have a ton of stuff that interacts well with it. I guess it works well with our prowess. It's nice to sack goblins and get some abilities, but we're actually just really short on non-creature spells currently. Oddly enough. I think we could take the Smite. It's another 4-drop, but I don't really like Valley Dasher all that much in this deck, especially if red's going to be our splash color. All right, Treasure Cruise I think is an easy pickup. Alabaster Kirin's good. Warname Aspirant's good too, but starting to be kind of a mess of colors is what I was trying to say. Yeah, we'll take Treasure Cruise. The card's just really good. I do like Warname Aspirant too, but Treasure Cruise it is. All right, Table to Tranquil Cove, which is kind of nice. I'm going to take it over the Wetland Sandbar. The fixing continues. All right, well, definitely like where we're at. We got some work to do in terms of playables, I guess, in Pack 3. We need actually 9 picks to make a deck. So maybe at this point I do take the Valley Dasher. Could take Quiet Contemplation as well, which is good for activating prowess. You know, maybe I do take Quiet Contemplation. How much stuff do we have to activate it currently? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's not bad. Otherwise, it's Dragon Throne, which is also fine, but I'm going to try this Contemplation out. I might end up playing it. All right, I'm going to take the Lurkers over the Skuldkin. I actually think it's a better card. Even if red is our splash color, I still think I'd rather have the Lurkers there. I think our fixing is good enough where I don't have to worry about minimizing our third color too much, but that being said, I still feel like we're more focused on blue and white. Yeah, like Summit Prowler would be pretty difficult to play. Ponyback Brigade, I mean, if we're splashing for Butcher, there's a chance, but not very likely. And then there's Mardu Banner. I'm going to actually take the Banner here because it fixes for all the colors we could use. Might actually need it if I'm short on playables, which is a possibility. All right, take Embodiment, which is just a fine card. Not for our deck, but in general. All right, take a Mentor. Likely not playing it, but we'll leave it in for now since it's pretty much on color. And I guess it does work well with Treasure Cruise. Also, our Jeskai Elders work really well with the Treasure Cruises as well. Kill Shot's a good card in general. I don't really like it for this deck. I'm going to take the Mystic, I think, pretty happily. Could actually take the Dismal Backwater, which helps fix for the Butcher. I didn't think about that. It's not bad. If I do that, I probably don't even have to play a Swamp. Just 2 black sources for 1 spell. Is that too little? I don't know. I also have the Banner. So between Banner and 2 fixers, I probably have it. I do think Mystic's very good, though. I think I'm going to take the Mystic and hope to find a black fixer later in this pack. If not, so be it. Villainous Wealth, that's good. Ice Feather Haven's also good. Let's organize by color, because now I need to sort of look where we're at. I guess we're still slightly ahead in white, which makes me want to take the Bondkin, but the Bloodfire Expert's going to work better with all of our, you know, prowess shenanigans. Bondkin's a 2-drop. I probably need more early plays. Yeah. I think I want to take the Bondkin. Force Away is cool too with the prowess, but Bondkin. Do I want the Bondkin or do I want the Expert? I think I'm going to take the Bondkin. All right. Windscarred Crag is some nice fixing. There's a Crippling Chill number 2, which is good. I don't think I need a second Treasure Cruise. Could just take the Windscarred Crag. 19 playables. I only need 3 more cards to actually make a deck. It's a good chance one of these 3 tables for me. My deck's not really hurting without them. Alright, I'm going to take the Crag. We're going to make our mana really nice for this deck. Alright, Seeker is a sick pickup. Definitely taking that over the Fixing. And the Arc Lightning, which is also good, but not on the same level as Seeker, I don't think. Alright. So I could take another piece of Fixing. I kind of want this Defiant Strike, to be honest. With these. I'm going to take the Defiant Strike, I think. Could also take the Leaping Master, but we're still erring on the side of blue and white, I believe. I do like Waterworld too, but I think Defiant Strike's kind of exactly what we're looking for. Alright, so I could take a Crippling Chill. I can also take a Swiftwater Cliffs. The Fixing is very forthcoming this draft. I do love a good Crippling Chill. I can't have too many tap lands either, or else I can't even really play my spells. I'm going to take this Crippling Chill, I think. I just like it a bit too much to pass up here. And to get a Warden of the Eye? Jeez. That's pretty awesome. I like Barrage too, but we have plenty of good, awesome stuff to return with Warden of the Eye. So I think we're going to dump the... I was going to say Banner, but it also could be Quiet Contemplation. Mostly because Quiet Contemplation is not really a necessary card. It's kind of a... I think I'd actually rather play the Banner, since it still activates our turn 2 guy's prowess. But I'm going to slam this Warden for sure. Alright. Whirlwind Adept. No, I think I could... More likely to try and jam a Trumpet Blast in here. I don't have a ton of removal, but I don't know if that's a huge deal. I think we'll cut the Mentor because I don't really like it. We'll take the Trumpet Blast, which I think would actually work better for us, likely. All right, tabled the Dismal Backwater, so we're going to take that, play it. Weave Fate number 2, probably don't need that. Force Away, I think we'll just take that, so I'll probably cut... I can probably cut the Banner now. I probably cut Banner, and I play 1 Swamp with our 2 black lands. 3 sources for 1 card, which might actually be overkill, but pretty happy about the Force Away here, I think. Yeah, this deck's looking good. Really didn't miss on many picks. And we've got a pretty wicked nice diversity in cards here. Trumpet Blast might actually be the weakest, so it's really a toss-up whether I want to do the Trumpet Blast or the Banner. Or this Lurkers number 2. I kind of want to do Lurkers number 2. With the Crippling Chills, it seems kind of appealing, and Lurkers is just an underrated card. Trades with stuff like Snowhorn Rider. It's one of the actual few 4-mana morph cards. I mean, I love a good Treasure Cruise, but since I already have 1 and a Weave Fate, I think we're good on that. I'd like 1 more creature. Could take the Trackers too, I guess, but I think I'm actually going to cut Trumpet Blast now for the second Lurkers. I don't need any of these. I don't even like the Tracker. I'm just going to hate a Bloodfire Mentor because it's a decent blocker against us. Not even against the Lurkers, I guess, but I'm just not going to play Tracker. All right, Act of Treason for sideboard, maybe. I don't even think we need it. All right, this deck's good. This deck is good. Tons of fixing. Good early game. Good game plan in general. I think our mana base is very good. Yeah, I like this. This looks nice. Alright, let's get our mana base going here. Because, like I said, our deck is already made, I think, so... Now it's just a matter of how we want to make our mana base. So, let's look at our colors. Mostly blue and white, and then splash red. guess Bloodfire Expert once again looks a bit awkward, but I think because our mana base is so good, I'm not really going to worry about it. So there's a black one. There's some red fixing. Geez, we're all over the place, guys, in terms of the fixing we've got. We're going to have to do a count here, aren't we? All right. These are our black fixing. Let's do a count here. So this is blue and red. So maybe we count blue first. We already have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 blue sources. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 white sources. And we have 1, 2, 3 red sources and 2 black sources. All right. So we have 5, 5, 3, 2. So this would be 8 sources of blue, 8 sources of white, 3 sources of black, and 6 sources of red. Is that right? Geez, that is a good mana base. No, 7 sources of red. 7 sources of red, 3 sources of black, 8 sources of blue, and 8 sources of white. Geez, you know, I think I actually am going to take their recommendation, oddly enough. As you'd think it would be very unlikely that I would do that since I'm actually running 4 colors. But no, I think they actually hit it right on the nose. 8, 8, 7, 3. That's pretty insane, actually. I can't believe our mana base is that good. I mean, we could still have mana issues. We are trying to make a 4th color splash work. But yeah, I think this actually panned out really nicely for us. So prioritized fixing. I didn't even really have to prioritize it too high. They were like tabling pretty much. So our fixing looks good. Deck's power level looks nice. Mana base looks good. Card draw's nice. Yeah, I like this deck. This looks nice. Very good. No complaints. All right. I guess we're running it like this. We'll see you round 1.